you need to shut down. You can't be here, you can't trade from here. I was like, what? Guys, just quickly, before we get on with this video, so many of you still have not yet signed up to Planet of Dreams. I don't know why, it's completely free to enter. This Friday we're giving away the Corsa, the limited edition Corsa, or £1,500 cash, whichever you prefer. Next Friday we're doing the big Fanatec giveaway where we're doing sort of loads of gaming stuff, sponsored by Fanatec. Thank you very much to them. The Friday after that we're giving away the Audi S1. Like, that is such a cool car. It is free to enter, it's free to sign up. There is no catches. You must be a subscriber to the channel, so make sure you hit the subscribe button. I will link Planet of Dreams in the description below. Get on it, and this is another car we're going to be giving away at some point soon as well. Get on it, good luck, let's get on with the video. So guys, how do I say this? Basically, I've got some good and bad news about BINCA. Right, so for those that are new to my channel, my name's Calvin, I'm a car dealer, and behind me I've got my car sales, which we call BINCA, in Milton Keynes. I've been here for a year now. We moved in February 2023. It was quite a dramatic move, yeah, because it was kind of like we was forced out of our old site. Forced to leave, and I been kicked out. We had to try and find a new site. It was very difficult finding a new site that we could sell cars from. Finding a big bit of land. This site's about 1.6 acres in size. We hold a lot of cars. We've currently got about 170 cars. So it was a challenge trying to find a site, as a lot of you knew at the time. And yeah, I've done a whole series of videos talking about the development of the site. We've got the yard cleaned, we've got the lines painted, we've got all the offices done. And then one day I was at the site, this is right at the beginning of 2023. I was at the site and I see this woman come into the site, and she was walking around, she was taking photos of the site. And I just thought she must have seen me on social media or something. She's just quite, you know, we get a lot of people come down here from social media. It's quite normal. And I went out to see her. I said, are you all right? She goes, yeah, I'm coming from the local council and you're not allowed to sell cars from here. I was like, what? What do you mean I'm not allowed to sell cars from here? She said, this site is not, doesn't have the correct planning to sell cars from here. I'm like, no, it does. You're able to sell tractors from here. This was a tractor sales. It's been a tractor sales for about 30 or 40 years. You can sell tractors from here. So surely you can sell cars from here. She's like, yeah, you can sell tractors from here, but you can't sell cars from here. I was like, right. So what do we do now? She said, you need to shut down. You can't be here. You can't trade from here because you're not a tractor sales. I'm like, is this like for real? And I've done all these videos saying we've now got a new site. I was like, oh. And we at that point in time we had builders inside. I went to see my brother and I said, Jerome, we're basically been told we've got to go. And he said, we're gonna have to stop the building work. And I was like, we can't stop the building work. So I had a chat with her and she said, look, if you don't stop trading from here, we can put an enforcement on the site and it will just stop you from trading from here altogether. I was like, really? So what's the process? What do we need to do? What do we need to get out of this hole? Like, this is dramatic, this is stressful, man. We finally found the site that we can trade from. We finally found, and it was in Milton Keynes as well, which we wanted to be in Milton Keynes. We'd done all this process to finding the dream site, and then we got told that after we'd moved in here, started the development works, and I did get some advice from a planning guy before I took the site on. It was kind of like off the record advice. They said, Cal, if you ever had any issues, it would just be bad luck. Basically, the way the councils work is, if you're doing what you're doing it unnoticed and you're not causing anyone any issues, and you don't get any complaints, well, you can just kind of do it and get away with it, yeah? So being a car sales in a site that was a tractor sales, I suppose we just thought it would be absolutely fine. But it turns out that, I suppose, because of social media, the site got loads of activity, loads of interest. It was a big talking point in the local area, and maybe that kind of attracted the wrong attention from me. Now, ideal case scenario, and this is kind of what the council would prefer you to do, is you as a car dealership, so where we was at our old site, we go and find a new site, and we continue trading at our old site. We go and buy a new site, this is what we tried to do. You apply for planning on that site, and once you've bought it and you've done your planning, you can then begin to trade cars from there. You can then do the transitional move from your old site to your new big site. One, I didn't have time on my site to do that, and two, I couldn't afford to do that. I couldn't afford to have two sites essentially running alongside each other, or having one site just sat there empty whilst I'm applying for planning. I'd love to be able to do that, but that just wasn't an option. When we eventually found this site, as you can imagine, I was over the moon. I thought this is going to be brilliant, even for the locals. I thought it'd be great for them that we're not selling tractors from here. Obviously tractors are a bit more disruptive than cars, but at the same time I get it that, you know, big car dealership, lots of cars. I understand that it's going to cause some kind of disappointment maybe. Fair enough. Some people will be like, Cal, you're crazy. Why have you taken this site on and you didn't even know you could sell cars from there? Now, obviously, yeah, it would have been ideal, wouldn't it? It would have been ideal to just magically just find a site that was perfect that we could sell cars from. But the problem is, it wasn't a possibility. There's punter alarm. It wasn't a possibility because there was sites that just getting snapped up left, right and centre. And if I didn't take this site on at the point when it was available, it probably would have got snapped up and I would have lost it. So I could have just, I suppose what I could have done is took the site on and shut down for a year and applied for planning, and then a year later maybe get accepted. I don't know, but it's I think with life in general you can kind of expect that things could be better, there could be more ideal situations or scenarios could be more ideal in general, but unfortunately life just don't work out like that, and sometimes you just got to take punts on things and hope that they go your way. So what did we do from there? What we've done is I spoke to a private planning consultant. His name was Ross, really nice guy. He's local to us, he knows the area, and he just said, Calvin, look, it's just simple, just change of use. You've just been unlucky. Someone's complained about you, which does happen. So we've just got to do a change of use. Providing they accept, then you can just continue to sell cars from there. I wouldn't recommend doing anything more to the site because they can reject you. They can, they can say no to you. So that was almost a year ago, yeah? Almost a year has been going on for, and we've done the application, and literally, I've got a letter here. We've got a notice of decision. This was yesterday, and we've got an approval for full planning permission as a car dealership from our site in Old Stratford, which I am over the moon about. Now, like I said before, I respect that, we're in a built-up area because it's a residential area. For those that are familiar with the area, we're actually on a residential road, and we've got like a commercial yard at the bottom of the road, and we're always conscious that, we've got neighbours, we want to be respectful to the local people. I think that's really important. I tell my staff, everyone here, make sure we don't want to be too disruptive. We want to sort of be here kind of as unnoticed as possible. And funny enough, I got a letter this morning, another letter from the local, Old Stratford community, and it says a polite request from your local community, and basically they've done like a little map with an image there saying that our door chime, I call it the punter alarm, every time a punter goes through the front door, the door chimes. Is someone going to do it now? Is it going to happen? It will happen. It would have happened at some point in this video. A possibility. There's punter alarm. It makes a loud noise, and they've just asked politely, can we turn the volume of that down? Which I think, it's brilliant. And then even the way they've approached that, I think it's a nice way to approach it. It's easy for us to just, I didn't even consider it, and I feel annoyed that I haven't considered that thing's so loud. And it says up to, I think they've said like 100 yards away, people were able to hear that door chime. So we're going to definitely get that turned down as well. That is the only complaint that we had. We've done, the process of planning, by the way, is they consider the application first, and once the application's been considered to the point where it's possibly going to be acceptable, they do a public notice. And what they've done is they've done like a public notice, firstly on the local council website, and secondly they've done put posters out on lampposts out on the road there, just asking people to, if you've got any complaints, got any issues about the car dealership that's applying to be here, then let us know, file a complaint, and we'll address the complaints accordingly. They didn't get any complaints, so whatever we're doing, clearly doing something right, which is brilliant. And I am also grateful that that the local residents are on side of us being here. So yeah, man, it's all good. What else was I going to say? I was going to say something, I don't know. We've been here a year now. We've been here a year. So this does mean, now that we've got the approval, this does kind of mean that there's a lot of stuff that I've been wanting to do here that I kind of stopped doing because in case we got rejected. Now that we've been accepted, we can start doing other work. It's a bit like the outside of the building. I've said it a lot, it's always bothered me. It doesn't look very good. It's something that needs sorting out. We're in a far better position today than when we were 12 months ago. We've done a whole year of trading, business is growing, it's going really well. The car trade has been challenging as well. It's been a challenging 12 months, but not just because of our site situation, but the car trade in general has been a challenging year. But we're in a better place now. We've got a proper site, we've got planning accepted, it's all good. Now, one thing I do want to say is, so many businesses failed in 2023. I don't know what the statistic is, but lots of businesses failed in 2023. And I saw a quote recently that said, somewhere along the lines of, did those businesses fail or did the owners give up too soon? And I think a lot of people just give up, and I was in a lot of situations over the last sort of 12 to 18 months where I thought, you know what, is this even worth it? And as a result of that kind of mindset, I could have been one of those failed businesses during 2023. And I chose to just keep going, keep pushing, keep trying to make things work, keep persevering, accepting that it's a challenge, embracing the challenge, and keep pushing on. And I feel like now that kind of mindset's paid off. Like, my business is now a flourishing business, a business that will continue to grow, and it's at a point where it's in the best point it's ever been. So it's kind of a lesson, not to me, but to everyone. Just don't give up too soon, yeah? Don't give up, keep on it, keep pushing on, and things will come good. And I think this is a prime example of that. Guys, I just wanted to update you on the whole situation with the yards. As far as the yard's concerned, what have I had done? I've had nothing done. There's not really a lot to talk about. We've got loads of cars. Just had that 745 come in. I think I'm going to do a purchase of the week video on that. It's just wicked, man. I've got loads of transits, loads of bloody BMs, loads of everything, all right? If you want to sell a car, because we're constantly looking to buy cars, go to my website, enterreg.com. I'll link that in the description below. Also, if you're a car trader and you want to get on board with EnterReg as a platform and you want to buy cars from private sellers, you want to manage your stock, you want to set up a website for free. If you're a car dealer, you want a free website, I will link EnterReg in the description below. That is everything. I think so, anyway. Good and bad news. Probably played on the bad news thing a bit in the thumbnail, standard YouTube stuff. Hope you liked this video. If you did, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.
Since filming this video, we've reduced the volume of the punter alarm and received a polite notice from the local authorities thanking us for our cooperation.